Coucou, hello beautiful people, you're welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're most definitely welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, a million kisses. Today we're going to be learning how to do this 2-in-1 or 3-in-1, or depending on how many styles you can do, head wrap. It's beautiful and it takes your outfit from drab to fab. So stay tuned with me and let's get into the tutorial. I'm sure you're going to learn something. Ciao. Did a separate video for the peplum belt, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when the video is up. Thank you. Okay, so these are the two fabrics I'm going to be using. These Ankara like material and the satin. It's the hair bonnet is going to be two-sided. You can wear this side out or this side out, but the satin is most preferable because it protects your hair. So I already 22 by 22 by 22 inches. The same for the Ankara, 22 by 22 inches. So I'm going to start with the Ankara. It's already folded into two. Here, see, it's already folded into two, so I'm going to fold it one more time. I'm going to fold it again. There you go. So it's been folded into 4 halves now. You make sure all the sides are equal. It's been folded into 4 halves right now. And this point where all the materials, all the different sides meet, is not open. This is the open end. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the closed side. This is going to be your reference point. You're going to start measuring from here. So I'm going to measure 11 inches. I'm going to measure 11 inches. There you go. 11. And I'm going to mark it. I'm going to mark 11 inches there. And I'm just going to measure all the way around. Remember, you always start from here, from your reference point. What I'm doing is I want to cut out the radius of the bonnet. The radius of the bonnet is going to determine how large or how small your bonnet is going to be. If you want a really big bonnet, you can go for more. I'm going to connect the points now. You can go for maybe 13 or 14 inches. If you want a smaller one, you can go for 10 inches even. It just depends on how much hair you're going to be wearing in there. But remember, if it's too large, it's going to look too loose without much hair in there. Okay, so I've just marked all the points and I'm going to cut it now. Okay, first of all, I'm sure this is the first time. This is my first time to actually cut fabric to sew. I'm not a tailor. I just love crafts. I just love doing things with my hands. So please bear with me if you see some lines that are not very straight. Yeah, I'm just trying out. And we are done. We are done cutting the fabric. I'm just going to place this same material on the satin. I'm just going to place it on the satin and mark it out as well and cut the same thing just like we did this one. I'll do that off camera and I'll come back. So I'm done cutting the satin and the Ankara. So I place them together. I place them right sides. I place the right sides together. You can see this one is brighter than this side. This side is brighter, so this is the right side of the satin. That for the Ankara is quite obvious. so I place them together. I'll just turn it this way and put the Ankara up all the satin. I'm just going to be measuring 1 inch from the edge. Not up to 1 inch, I'll use centimeters. Let's just say 1 centimeter. I'll just be measuring 1 centimeter from the edge. That's what I'm going to sew. I'm doing this because, as I said, I'm not a tailor, so some of these things are a bit more than me. If I don't mark them out, I might not do it properly. So I'll just mark out 1 centimeter, each 1 centimeter round. I'll do that round, and after which I'm going to go on to my sewing machine. To make your work easier as well, you can pin them. I do not have pins, so I just use some needles to just pin it at 3 points. But if you pin it more, just around, it's going to actually ease your work and make it easier to handle. You know, the satin is quite slippery, so it's a little bit hard to handle. So you can just spin around. It's going to help you. So I'm done sewing, and I left this part. I left a few inches through which I'm going to turn the what's this called through which I'm going to turn this, what I've done, inside out. As I said, I'm not a tailor, so I don't know some of those terminologies. I'm just going to turn this inside out. There you go. Okay, so I'm done. See how neat it looks. This and that two-sided bonnet. So the next stage is to measure your head circumference. You take your tape, you measure it all around. So no, I'll just measure mine and tell you. Oh, my head is so big, 23 inches. My head is 23 inches, so I'm going to measure my elastic. 23 inches, and then I'm going to reduce it by 1 inch because I want to, since the elastic band is stretchy. This elastic band is stretchy, it's going to stretch, so I'm going to just reduce it by 1 inch. So I'll go for 22. I'll cut it at 22 inches. Okay, there you go, and I'll measure the width. The width is like 2.5 centimeters, or not up to 1 inch. 2.5 centimeters. We're going to go with 2.5 centimeters. So I'm going to also measure this fabric from the end here. I'm going to pass it under the iron as well to just make sure the end is well defined. So I'm going to measure 3 or 2.8 inches. I'm going to measure 2.8 inches and mark all round. I'm going to sew it all round, and again I'm going to leave maybe 2 or 3 inches space where I'm going to send in this elastic. So I'll do that and get back to you. I'm done sewing all around. I'm just going to get my elastic now and put it in. I'll just fit a 60 pin on one end of the elastic, and then see, this is the 2 inches I left unsewn. So I'm just going to fit in my elastic. And this end, I'm just going to pin it here so that it doesn't come off. I'm just going to pin the end to just help me to work better, so that I don't lose the other end while I'm busy fitting the next. Okay, I'll just fit this all around here and then I'll come back. So the other end is out already. What I'll do now is I'm just going to sew the two ends together I'll sew the two ends together, and then I'm going to adjust the cap and just sew this opening as well. Just top stitch this opening. Voila, there we go. We have our two-sided bonnet. So now we just need to adjust it so that the pleats are evenly distributed. Yay, we have our two-sided bonnet. You can either wear it this way or this way. I'm happy. My first project on the sewing machine, yay. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do the attachment so that we can, the head wrap. We're going to do the head wrap part of it now. So I already cut this fabric. I cut it 10 inches by 76. 10 inches by 76 inches, 10 inches wide and 76 inches long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it inside out, fold it like this, and then I'm going to get on my sewing machine, and then I'm going to sew it all the way. Okay, I'm done sewing. I sewed from one end to the middle and the other end to the middle. So I'm here at the middle. Now I'm just going to turn this back to make sure it gets inside out again. I'm just going to quickly turn this, pass it under the iron. Now finished. I'm going to iron it and then I top stitch this area. So our bonnet and head wrap is done. Now you can't guess how excited I am. I can't wait to try it on. Like, so what we're going to do is, now you could attach it directly permanently by just doing a short stitch here, or you could use maybe a snap button to just put it here so that you can take out the head wrap and use your bonnet when you want to, or you could use a velcro. Do what works for you, but I think I'm going to just leave it detached like that. I'm going to just attach it when I want to use it. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to try it. Okay, I'm going to try it now for you to. Okay, here we have our bonnet. You could use it just like this if you want to sleep or anything like that. And it has two sides, so this side and this side. But the satin side is most preferable to the one in because it protects your hair. Okay, now to use it with the head wrap, I'll put it like this. I make sure it's a bit above my hairline, and then I get my head wrap. Basically, if you're good at styling head wraps, you could do as many styles as you can with this. So I just go like this, and then I go to the back. I tie it there and wrap it in.
On a Sunday,